3 years ago, I, Nathan Carter, sank every dime of my savings into a cedar-and-stone lakeside cabin just outside Sacramento, envisioning a serene escape. The place was a dream. Wide windows framing golden sunsets, a crystal-clear pool overlooking the Lakia private paradise. But the pool came with a catch, a 1960s HOA covenant granting neighbors shared recreational access for reasonable use. At first, it was idyllic. Neighbors took quiet morning swims. Families brought kids for supervised dips. The community spirit felt wholesome, the kind of thing that made suburban life glow. Then Ethan Ramsey discovered my pool, and my paradise became his personal playground. It started on a Tuesday evening. I came home from work to find 30 strangers packed around my pool, music rattling my windows, and Ethan charging $10 a head for entry. Neighborhood kids stood at the gate, clutching crumpled bills, only to be turned away for not meeting his cover charge. When I confronted him, Ethan stared through me, gesturing grandly at his setup while chatting up a guest. My electric bill skyrocketed from his sound systems and underwater lights. After weeks of chaos, I installed a basic smart lock on the pool gate, not to exclude anyone, but to create a schedule so everyone could enjoy the space. I agonized over it, fearing I'd seem controlling, but finding Ethan's parties in full swing night after night left me no choice. The lock was ordinary, a $200 hardware store model with no cameras, just an app to manage access codes. My plan was fair: give Ethan and neighbors their own codes, set a schedule, and end the madness eroding my property's value. Even Harold, an elderly neighbor, gave me wary nods during our walks, hinting at Ethan's antics, but warning, don't cross his mother, Nathan. She's got eyes everywhere. The morning after I installed the lock, Ethan arrived with his crew, ready for another pool takeover. When the gate wouldn't budge, he erupted, screaming about NSA retina scanners and surveillance waves, claiming the lock's LED was a biometric tracker for government databases. He live-streamed his meltdown, filming my cabin while ranting about spy tech. His friends looked mortified, but Ethan called 911, alleging I'd installed illegal recording devices to stalk the neighborhood. Officer Laura Bennett arrived, a seasoned cop in her 30s. She inspected the lock, confirmed it was a standard deadbolt, and told Ethan it was legal. I've had someone report a talking washing machine, she said with a wry smile. This isn't my weirdest call. But Ethan's questions about property boundaries and access rights felt oddly calculated, like he was probing for legal leverage. I thought it was over, but Ethan's obsession was just beginning. By dawn, he'd posted a slickly edited video online, zooming in on the lock's LED with ominous music, claiming it was biometric scanning tech. He declared, "They're watching you shower. I've seen the code." The video exploded to 200,000 views, turning our quiet community into a hotbed of paranoia. Harassment followed. A note reading "No spy tech" appeared on my door. Ethan canvassed the neighborhood with flyers titled "Community Defense Against Electronic Intrusion," complete with fake diagrams showing my lock linking to government servers. His mother, Margaret Ramsey, an HOA board member, orchestrated safety assessments, parading neighbors past my cabin to point out monitoring risks. When Howard Lee, a retired engineer, tried explaining that smart locks were harmless, Margaret shut him down, and a neighbor shouted, "Don't trust tech guys." 2 weeks later, Margaret called an emergency HOA meeting that felt like a witch trial. Ethan's PowerPoint, packed with fabricated charts, warned, "This is your last unmonitored summer." The crowd ate it up, clutching his fake flyers. Then I saw it. During Ethan's presentation, his screen briefly showed browser tabs: California Adverse Possession Laws, Squatters' Rights Timeline, How to Claim Neighbors' Land. My blood ran cold. Ethan wasn't fighting surveillance, he was plotting to steal my $50,000 pool area through legal loopholes. The smart lock's access logs threatened his 3-year timeline for adverse possession. The HOA, swayed by Margaret's influence, voted to remove the lock. Ethan celebrated with another pool party, but I was done playing defense. I installed hidden cameras legally, on my proper title document his trespassing. Ethan escalated, renting my pool to influencers for $75 an hour, marketing it as his lakeside location. My cameras caught him setting up equipment, collecting cash, and rehearsing confrontations late at night, practicing fake tears and victim scenarios to frame me as aggressive. Ethan announced a community harmony celebration to heal the neighborhood, but my cameras revealed it as a setup. He and Margaret planned a staged confrontation to justify legal action against me. The event was theatrical. Tables in a semicircle, a "Privacy is Peace" banner, even a fog machine for Ethan's community anthem. Margaret worked the crowd, whispering, "He just needs 5 months." At 2 p.m., Ethan led a group to my cabin, claiming to investigate hidden cameras. As I opened the door, 30 phones recorded me. Ethan read from a script, shouting about biometric attack devices, but his exaggerated panic and script fumbles betrayed him. He called 911, claiming I threatened him, but Officer Bennett returned, her skepticism clear. I showed her my footage of Ethan's rehearsed performance, including his dropped script. The crowd fell silent as she held it up, demanding Ethan explain. His lies unraveled, his friends backed away. In my evidence room, monitors displayed weeks of Ethan's crimes: trespassing, cash deals, and audio of him saying, "It's not about the pull, it's a property claim." Another clip caught Margaret plotting to abuse HOA power. Ethan faced charges for trespassing, false police reports, fraud, and attempted theft. Margaret was charged with corruption and conspiracy. Their social media empire collapsed. Ethan's arrest, live-streamed by guests, went viral. The Morrisons became pariahs, their house soon for sale. Ethan's sentence was poetic: 10 months suspended, $12,000 restitution, and 300 hours installing smart locks for seniors. He now explains to skeptical elderly clients that the devices he demonized are harmless, sweating in an orange vest under court supervision. My nightmare birthed opportunity. My story of defeating HOA corruption went viral, sparking a consulting business to help communities with security and governance. A year after Ethan's first 911 call, I sipped lemonade by my pool, watching him install a smart lock across the street, grilled by an 82-year-old client about spying. The neighborhood embraced smart security, property values soared, and our HOA became a model of transparency. Ethan, who feared surveillance, live-streamed his own downfall, proving that the best security isn't tech, it's letting entitled criminals record their own confessions. Justice, served with irony, was delicious. Share your wild neighbor stories below.